So it's time for us to do some tasting.
Mm-hmm.
And
We're going to do the dry first.
And it's
not
not
the wet.
just here to taste. There's a technique to it, which I never knew.
Ooh,
But
Do you want to learn the swirl?
I want to learn the swirl.
Okay, put it.
How do we tastefully taste wine?
Well, it's very good that you asked me that. So we're going to, there's several things to it because you want to interact with the wine. The first thing you want to do when you go to a wine tasting, to a vineyard or to a winery, don't have a predetermined idea of what the wine should be like. Like, I want it to be like this. Try not to do that to yourself. And I encourage you to always taste all wines. But once you learn to taste, then, and I'll show you that, you're going to be able to analyze those wines and be able to interact with it. And you're going to be able to enjoy many, many, many good wines. You'll also be able to know there's some, I'm just going to get it out of my mouth. You know, those kind of wines too. But anyway, that's the thing. But remember, I said do white wines before red and dry wines before sweet. So what we're going to do, we are not going to taste a dry white today. So we're going to start with the two red wines. And those are going to be the Finley's Reserve, which is a grape wine. And I'm going to do the white, which is going to be, and Nicole is going to do these. This is Aramella, and this is a semi-sweet white. So the first thing you want to do, you want to look at your wine and just look at the glass. And I usually just, this way I can see if there's, to me, if there's not a dead mouse floating in it, it's good to go. That's what I say, but it's good. So then you want to swirl. Yeah, now the next thing you want to do is hold your glass by the stem, which we are. So we want to swirl the wine. So let me see you swirl your wines. All right, first of all, we need to work on that right away because we got to swirl it because we're going to volatilize it so we can inhale it.
Okay,
so
Andy,
you want to.
Andy's got it.
So take your, let me show you. If you would take your elbow and put it on your hip like this, are you right-handed? And then step sideways. Okay, now what you want to do, keep your elbow tight on your hip and just take those hips and do this with it. And now hold your glass. See how it's swirl? And once you get that glass going, now take your glass away.
Okay.
Now see, take your arm away from your hips and move the glass too, okay? So now the wine is swirling. So what you're doing here is oxygenating the wine. So now you're ready to inhale. I always tell people never sniff a wine. You want to breathe it in very, 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 very slowly. And stick your nose right in and have the rim of the glass hit on your nose and breathe it in as slow as you can. Now just feel some of the aromas. Now this is something that's going to freak you out. Close your eyes because it's all about a moment in wine. These are all moments in wine. So one of these moments will end up being your appreciation of the wine. Now close your eyes and so just focus it all right in here. Breathe it in extremely slow. And fill your lungs clear. Do you see how much concentrated it was?
Yes.
It just shut down a whole bunch of other receptors. But what you're trying to do now, you want to do this 3 or 4 times before, and then your nerve endings here is kind of sensitized so you don't get any more aromas, okay? Now you're ready to sip it. Now let's take a sip, a taste, and I want you just to sip a piece and swallow it really quickly, okay? Now the only place you felt that on your mouth was on the tip of your tongue, on the middle of the back of the tongue, and you feel it going down here. If you got a chilled wine, you feel it going down your chest. If it's a white or a red wine, sometimes you get the double moments in a chilled wine. You get the cool moments, and then as it warms to your body temperature, and you'll see that here as we go to taste, you'll get the warm moments, so you get the twice. So these are all moments in wine. So now we're ready to take a sip, and I want you to get it all over your mouth. Keep your mouth open, very small sips, and do what I do. But you're gonna oxygenate it in your mouth, and your mouth will salivate, and you'll get so many more flavors, especially on the chilled one.
Okay.
Get it on the side of your tongue. Feel how more liquid is getting your salivating?
Yeah.
Yes.
the roof of my mouth and my cheeks all have that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and you get those lingering
tart
flavors.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
need to do this about 3 or 4 times, from the inhalation, the sighting, and the leak, and all that, before your receptors are all synchronized in your body to sending the right signals to your head, so the appreciation of what the wine has to offer you is coming through now.
Now we could say we learned the proper way to taste the wine, to dance with it, and to interact with it.
Yeah, move the wine. Always move the wine.
Yeah, so I think the only thing we need to end with is a big cheers.
Cheers.
A big cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Yes.